You'll often see social engineering broken down into two categories: computer-based and human-based. Let me give you some examples of each. A phishing email, for example, is a computer-based attack. The email is sent electronically, someone reads it in their email program, and interacts with the attacker entirely over the internet. This is not the attacker physically interacting with the victim or even talking to the victim. It's all done via the computer. Same again for malicious software updates. So this is the sort of thing you'll see from an infected website, where you browse to the website and it will say, hey, your antivirus or your Windows operating system or something else about the machine that you're using is out of date. Just download this one piece of software and we'll update it for you. That's computer-based. It's something that the victim sees there on the screen in front of them. Same again with viral hoaxes. So for example, we just saw the Facebook one with the title that said, "She did that in public high school every day." That goes viral. People get very curious about it, they click on the link, and now they're propagating the hoax. But like the other two, it is also computer-based social engineering. And again, all that the victim is doing is interacting with their machine. Now let's move on to human-based social engineering. And a good example of this is impersonation. We saw that in the director of CIA example before, where the attacker has actually called up Verizon and they're talking to the victim, and in this case, Verizon was the victim of the social engineering scam, and the attacker is talking to them. There's a conversation, there's a backwards and forwards. It's a very different style of attack to something appearing in email and being sent electronically. Shoulder surfing is another good example. So this is where the quote-unquote attacker is looking over the shoulder of the victim. So they might be observing the password that the victim is typing into their machine. This is social. They are still there face-to-face or face-to-back, as it may be. But the point is, it's something that happens in person. Same again with tailgating. So this is the process of the attacker following the victim through an otherwise secure door. So picture an environment with swipe cards or turnstiles, where you have to identify yourself before moving through the gateway. If an attacker can simply latch on to the back of someone else, metaphorically, mind you, they just follow the individual through, then they may gain access to a physical environment they shouldn't have access to. And again, it is all in person. It's a human-based social engineering attack. So as we proceed through the course, you're going to see many examples of both. Purely computer-based social engineering, where the attacker is simply communicating digitally, and human-based engineering, where the attacker actually has to get engaged with the victims. So remember this definition as we move through the course. Let's now go and look at one more thing before we wrap up the module, and that's social engineering at home and in popular culture.